Hi, everybody. So now that we've made a list of things that we would see on the Savannah, I wanted to show you one of my big books. It's called Life on the Savannah. You'll notice that by the title, there's a little rain cloud and a sunshine. The first few pages of it are going to explain to us how the weather, the rain, the sunny days, can affect the Savannah, how things grow, and how the animals can interact on the Savannah. This book's written by Tracy Dibble and designed by Camila Quintana. Life on the Savannah. Look at all those animals. This is a savanna. Savannas have 2 seasons. So if you look carefully, you'll see this is in Tanzania. That's a country in Africa. And look at all this grass. There's more than 600 types of grass in the African savanna. That's amazing. Now it says that there's 2 seasons. There's the wet season and the dry season. Do you notice any difference in the grass colors? In the wet season, it rains a lot. Check this out. 1 bucket equals 1 inch of rain. So we have some months here. I see November, 5 inches of rain, 5 buckets. December, 5. January, 3. February, 5. March, the month we're in right now, 6. And April, 6. So right now in Africa, where the savannas are, is their rainy season. What do you think that means for the surroundings? I think that means that the trees have leaves and they're green. I think that means that the bushes are full and the grass is green. I can even see some puddles of water, maybe like a little lake or a pond. Some animals are drinking from there. In the dry season, it does not. So this gives us a good look at how dry it can get. I see no leaves on that tree. And I see some yellow grass. I don't see any green grass. A few bushes in the background. And this tells us how much rain happens or does not happen in the dry season. May, 3 inches. All right, that's coming off April, going from 6 down to 3. June, only 1 inch of rain. July, no rain at all. August, only 1. September, only 1. And October starts 2 again. And we know what comes after October. October, November. This is the savanna in the wet season. Rivers and ponds are filled with water. Look at all those rivers and ponds. Ignore my ripped book. One of my students had a tough time last year and ripped it, but we taped it back together. With so much water and so many plants, there are lots of animals. All those animals are hanging out. I can see that maybe they want to eat that green grass. They want to drink the water, or their elephants maybe want to play in the water. During the wet season, I think it's pretty busy there. This is the savanna in the dry season. The ponds and rivers have dried up. All the plants and animals need water to live. How do plants and animals live here? I don't see any ponds or rivers anymore, do you? And those giraffes, my goodness, we know that those giraffes love to eat the leaves at the top of the trees. So that's a problem. Let's see if there's a solution. There is still water underground. Solution number 1 is to dig. Zebras can get the water by digging. That's pretty smart. They dig, and then the water kind of comes up. Solution number 2 for the trees. This is the acacia tree I was telling you about. It's long and thin, and then it branches out at the top. Some trees have long roots that go deep into the ground to get water. So they go way down. And then the water that's at the bottom starts to seep up, and it helps to keep that tree living. Pretty interesting. Solution number 3 is to store the water. Oh, I love these trees. I think I'm going to draw this tree later on. This is called a baobab tree. They lose their leaves in the dry season so that they can keep the water. So it's a dry season, so they drop all their leaves off. And right here in the trunk, look at this. They're like a sponge. They keep all the water inside. That is so neat. This tree soaks up water like a sponge in the wet season. I love that. That's so interesting. Solution number 4, eat bark. Elephants use their strong trunks to rip the bark off trees, right? We know the branches are up top with the leaves, and the tree trunk is what has the big, thick pieces of bark. So the bark absorbs it like a sponge. Elephants can get water by eating tree bark. Yummy. Problem number 2. We're going to save for when we start to learn about more animals. Thanks, guys.